Hello, so today I have the absolute pleasure of reviewing a very awesome pedal to you all. It is called the Neon Overdrive by Affordaboard guitar pedals. So just before I start, I just want to have a quick story. So basically a few weeks back I was playing at the Mojo Guitar Show's North East Show up in Sunderland. I played my set and then I went and I looked round where I met the guys from Affordaboard, and I was playing through the pedals and absolutely just fell in love with this pedal straight away. And they were very kind enough to give me one. And basically the week after I went and did two shows, where on the Friday I was playing a bit of a pop gig, and then on the Saturday I was doing basically my own set of instrumental music, and to be fair with you, it made me sound 10 times better. So it's very much like a Marshall's Blues Breaker pedal, but it has a bit of extra shazam, if that makes sense. So it's got a three-way toggle switch on it. So in the up position, it's a silicone diode, which is very much classic Blues Breaker style. Then in the middle, it's very like mild compression and more of a boost, as well as having more like just a slight gain. And then on the down position, it's LED clip-in, which is more gain, which is my preferred setting for it. And then you have four knobs, which is level, drive, treble, and bass. And for this video, I'll be running through the Victory MKX on the clean channel. I will also at points turn to channel 1 on this for a bit more gain, and then use the Neon to boost again, so you can see how it works as almost like a preamp boost almost. So I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to give you some clean tones now, and throughout the video I'll be using a range of pickup sounds, so Wilkinson pickups, Humbucker, single coil. I'll also be using it as an SSS configuration using the Varicoil in this guitar, so you can just hear loads of different tones. And at parts I will be switching to this beautiful Alpine to use the P90 to show you how it sounds with a P90. So without further ado, here's the clean tone. So as you can see, very clean, you know, a slight bit of break up. And then I'm going to start in the up position, basically everything at noon, except for the level, just to match with my clean signal. And this is how it sounds. Very, very nice. Straight away, like I say, that's everything at middle position. I'm going to add a bit more treble now. So this is centered, a bit more. Add a bit more bass. Going to flatten out the treble and bass now and add a bit more drive, so you can hear how it sounds quite boosted. So this is about 3 o'clock on the drive. Then I'm going to max out the drive on it, so it's on max gain on the up position. As you can hear, super sweet, really nice. So I'm just going to dial in a few tones on this up position. So I've got the drive around about 2 o'clock, the bass about 3, and the treble about 1 o'clock. Switch to the neck single coil. So nice. I genuinely can't say it enough, to be fair. It's such a good pedal. So again, I'm going to flatten everything out to 12 o'clock now. So the drive, bass and treble. And then I'm going to also drop the level because I'm now going to move to the middle position, which as I said before, is more of a boost. So everything is now at 12 o'clock, and this is the middle position now. Again, clean tone, pedal on. So as you can see, it's very minimal compression, a lot less gain compared to the up position. And again though, it's just super nice sounding even when everything is flat at 12 o'clock. So again, I'm going to add a bit more treble now. Almost gives me that sort of vibe of like a 60 sound, so I'm going to change this to a single coil by using the Vary coil. As you can see, it's really almost like I say, like 60 sounding. So again, going to change back to Humbucker now, but flatten everything out and go add some more bass. So putting the bass about 3 o'clock now. Put the bass back to 12 o'clock and add some more drive, so about 3 o'clock on the drive now. And then max out the drive as well. Super cool sounding. Again, I am going to use a tone now that I quite like with this. So the treble is going to be about 3 o'clock, bass about 2, and the drive more around about 4 o'clock. Super cool sounding. By the way, I do just want to mention, if you want to hear how it sounds with the drive prior to 12 o'clock, so a lot less, skip further on into the video where I will be using again all 3 positions on the toggle switch and showing you how they sound with less gain. Again though, now I'm going to put everything back to 12 o'clock and then move to the down position, which as I said before is the LED clipping. And that is a lot more gain than the other 2 settings. So like I said earlier as well, this is my preferred setting on it. Of course I am a rock player. So again, clean tone, pedal engaged. Might just turn up the level actually. Super cool. I genuinely, like, I keep repeating myself and I am sorry about that, but it sounds so good. Add a bit more treble, so about 3 o'clock with the treble. Max out the treble as well now. Bit of a reference there. So again, going to flatten the treble now and turn up the bass to about 3 o'clock. As you can hear, the low end on it is insane, which I really like. It's very snappy as well. Super cool. So again, gonna max out the bass now just so you can hear that low end properly. And then I'm going to turn up the drive for you to about 3 o'clock with the treble and bass centred. And then max drive on it. Now that to me is just insane. Like I say, the treble and bass are literally flat at 12 o'clock and the drive is maxed out on the down clipping, LED clipping. And I mean, the thing is with this as well, which I really like about this pedal, is how versatile it is. Again, like I say, I haven't actually shown you how it sounds with the gain basically nearly all the way off and just prior to 12 o'clock as well, so the lighter gain versions. But I mean, I've maxed the gain out on the LED clipping now, and if I had a bit more bass and a tiny bit more treble, so the bass is about 3 o'clock and treble about 1. It's almost that proper like 80s rock tone. Super cool, super cool. So now I'm going to go back to the up position, which is a silicone diode, and I'm going to show you how it sounds now with the gain a bit more or less. So again, here is what it sounds like in the up position with everything very neutral at 12 o'clock. I am just going to turn up the level a tiny little bit. And then this is what it sounds like with literally the gain around about 7 o'clock, so about 1. As you can hear, it's a lot more quieter now, but again, the gain is basically all the way off now. So I'm going to put it to about 9 o'clock, the gain. And I'm going to move to the 4th position, so the neck and middle single coil on my guitar. Super crispy and clean. I quite like that. And then again, just add a bit more bass and a bit more treble, so the bass and treble are both about 12 o'clock now. And the gain is about 10 o'clock-ish. And again, 4th position. Then the humbucker. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, to be honest with you, but this pedal is just so versatile. And I mean, you can play it basically any genre. You can have like that sort of almost like edge of breakup tone with it. So I'm going to move to the bridge single coil. That's a clean tone, and then with the neon engaged. Super cool. And now I'm going to again move to the middle position with everything neutral. And then there we go. Back to the humbucker as well. And then drop the gain to about, again, 7 o'clock, so about 1. The gain now about 9 o'clock-ish. Let me just tune my guitar very quickly. And that's what it's like living in the UK for you, because the temperature over here is very, very random. So yeah, the gain now is about 9 o'clock. And then add in a bit more bass and treble into the equation. Again, bass about 3 o'clock, treble about just past 2. And if I move to the neck single coil with this, super, super cool. Very cool. And then again, back to everything neutral at 12 o'clock and to the down position, which is the LED clipping. And this is everything at 12 o'clock-ish. Again, gain down to about 7. As you can hear, it does have that bit more gain, even at 7 o'clock, than the other clippings and positions. So I am going to move now to the gain about 9 o'clock. And then again, just add bass to about 3 o'clock, the treble to about 1. I really like this down position on the LED clip-in, as it is very much, in my opinion, it can get you some quite punky tones. So I'm going to turn the treble to about 2 o'clock, bass to about 2 o'clock, and the drive to about 2 o'clock-ish again. Or, again, if you want some like Pistols tones. Super, super sweet sounding. So now I'm going to use channel 1 on the MKX, which sounds like this. And I'm going to use the Neon Overdrive, everything at noon, so at 12 o'clock, in the down position now, and I'm going to use it as preamp, sort of gain booster. So that's without the neon, and this is with. As you can hear straight away, it boosts the gain a lot, and it really does allow you to get some proper nasty tones. So I'm going to turn up the drive now. It might get a little bit noisy. That was an odd note, a bit jazzy. And now I'm going to make it even more noisier and max out the gain. And again, we are in the down position, which is the LED clipping, which again is more gain than the other clip-ins. And I'm going to add a bit more treble, so the treble's about 2 o'clock. Just again for reference, so this is just the channel 1 of the MKX without the Neon Overdrive. Then this is with the Neon Overdrive engaged. So just rocky, to be fair. And I mean, you can get them real like thick sort of sounds. So I mean, if anyone knows any Mr. Big. So cool. Again, and that's basically how I use the Neon a lot. I have it engaged so that the drive is about, want to say 11 o'clock, the bass about 3, and I have the treble just prior. The treble is about, I want to say 10. So this is a clean. And that's the 4th position, by the way, so 2 single coils. This is with the Neon engaged. Just going to drop off the bass the tiniest bit to just after 2. Then just a bit more drive. Then the humbucker. So that is my personal tone. There will be an image on screen now showing you what this is now. And then again, channel 1 on the MKX with the Neon Overdrive. It really just thickens that tone and adds a lot of low end to it. And again, my personal preference is to drop the treble and turn up the bass, which for some people may not be an intended tone because of how fat it sounds, but I do like that sort of tone myself, and just to add that extra bit of drive, so it does allow me just to thicken up my tone. So if I'm playing like some rhythms, as I stated, about 2 weeks back I want to say, I was playing a pop gig, which needed some quite thick tones because we were playing to synth tracks as well, so just to add that thicker tone in the background as well as the bass, of course. So this is the clean tone in the 4th position with the Neon Overdrive in my preferred settings. As you can hear, it just almost takes it to that like edge breakup just past tone, whilst thickening the low end on it. It's just so nice. I really can't explain it any better. So that basically concludes the majority of the video. I am just going to do a quick minute or 2 using this for the P90, the Alpine by Coil Longbottom Guitars. I'll just switch this. One man job. So again, this is Sunbird pickups in this. Again, as I stated before, the weather in the UK doesn't do the best job for guitar tunings, and that is very annoying because I did tune this prior to the video, and within the space of the 20 minutes it is completely gone. So this is how the P90 in the neck position sounds clean. This is doing my head in actually now. I am going to apologise about this as well. So I'm going to put everything about middle position, so about 12 o'clock-ish, and we're going to be on the down position still. So again, clean sound. Neon Overdrive. The other thing that I do really like about this pedal is that it's easy to just roll off your volume on your guitar and just allow it to almost... It just cleans up really well, basically. I literally could not get my words out then a second ago. But yeah, it just cleans up really well. So, I mean, this is at full. So again, P90 this is full volume on the guitar. Drop off the volume a tiny bit. And that's again what I really like about it, is because of how much low end is in the pedal. It really thickens up that tone. So if you do just drop your volume to make it a bit more cleaner, it does just like sort of do the job of giving you a lot of low end. So again, for heavier rhythms. And I mean, now going back to the channel 1, now with the Neon Overdrive, again, everything is at noon and we're in the down position. And then just for a bit of a change, move to position 1 on the guitar, which is the Humbucker. Again, channel 1 on the Victory. That's without the Neon Overdrive. That's with, turn up the treble, tiny touch to about 2 o'clock. Again, it's just so cool. So that basically concludes the entire video. I hope you have enjoyed. A massive thank you to Affordaboard, the guys there, for giving me this. It's absolutely incredible and it has not left my board once since I got it. If you want to get your own, you can head over to the Affordaboard website where they are 89 Great British pounds. £89 for such an incredible pedal, I know. And plus the other thing is as well, one thing I always say, if a pedal looks cool, it's gonna sound good. And I mean, this pedal is pretty darn cool. So yeah, if you do want to buy your own, head over to the Affordaboard website. I do believe that they're at many of the guitar shows up and down the country in the coming months as well. So yeah, if you're ever at the guitar shows and there, go and check out the stand, because as well as this pedal, they do many other pedals which sound absolutely incredible, and all different price ranges as well. They do some that are cheaper, some that are more expensive as well, and you can design your own as well. But yeah, overall they are such cool pedals, and the guys there are absolutely awesome guys, really friendly. I can't thank them enough for this, as you know, it just means a lot for me as a 15-year-old guitarist to be given a pedal. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the review, and I hope this gives you the incentive to go and buy your own. Thank you very much for watching, and please give us a like and a subscribe.